क्या होता है डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग में लोगों को इतना भी ज्ञान नहीं है। वो कहते हैं एक होटल में जा रहे हैं, डेस्टिनेशन हो गया और होटल वालों ने सारा कुछ कर दिया, एक डेकोर हो गया। बट देयर आर लॉट मेनी अदर हिडन cost which comes into it. There are a lot of frustration at work, a lot of internal politics which have been happening. So it came into my mind कि यार बहुत हो गया बस।
Event industry में what is the difference between a great entrepreneur and a good entrepreneur?
Education always pays. To be a great one, you need to be a people person, like the Modi ji is all about. And being a commander of that force, I should always stand in the front. Today, the wedding industry is more than a lakh crore worth of an industry.
Hello and welcome to the Michelle David Show. Our guest for today is the man behind powerful corporate events and luxury destination weddings, Mr. Ashish Chaturvedi, founder of Ace Hospitality. Welcome to the show, Mr. Ashish Chaturvedi. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Michelle.
So, आपने Symbiosis से MBA किया है. So, what made you leave the corporate industry and join as an entrepreneur?
See, Michelle, this was a big decision for me after having a lot of corporate exposure. One day I just thought about just getting into myself. So it is more depending upon personal ambitions you would talk about, changing career priorities you would talk about, market awareness.
Right.
Because I believe that entrepreneurship offers you more control over of your decisions.
Right.
And the best part of it, Pata Michelle, what I always thought about it, I always wanted to be me and myself rather than needing to be a yes boss.
You wanted to be your own boss.
That was the major decision for me to just get into this world of business and being an entrepreneur of myself.
So, Mr. Ashish, कौन सा ऐसा मोमेंट था जब आपने सोचा अब बस मुझे अपना काम शुरू करना है?
That is a quite difficult question to answer, but Michelle, that moment when I left my job, I was at the peak of my career point. But somehow I realized, पता है कि क्या होता है, there are a lot of frustration at work, a lot of internal politics which have been happening. So I thought, why not to capitalize on your skill and knowledge for yourself, rather than doing it for somebody else.
Right.
So it came into my mind कि यार बहुत हो गया बस. I think it's a high time, let's come out of this shell and why not to jump into an ocean. So then I thought about, okay, let's start with your own business. And that's how today I'm here.
So was it very challenging for you?
Initially, yes. It's not easy to start up from the scratch. I'm the first generation who's been there into a business. It was quite a challenging moment for me, but somehow I could manage it very smoothly. And today, by God's grace, things have been pretty good.
Would you like to share what were the challenges you faced at that point of time?
See, the biggest part of starting off your entrepreneurship, when you start your business, the first thing is that as if what I said was, I'm not a business family. Right? I'm from a service background family, and when you're starting off your business, the first thing comes is the capital, to organize over the capital. So first thing is the capital organization, then a lot of things, then the people organization to make a team, to make them motivate, to cultivate business out of them. So there are a lot of challenges in every entrepreneur, when you're starting with your business or you're starting an organization, it normally comes on. And the same thing had come over with me also. But I would say that quite easily I could sail through this thunderstorm of a business world, and now I'm here. So I'm very happy for myself.
So I'm sure MBA might have really helped you as an entrepreneur as well.
Oh yes, education, I would say education always pays. See, the more you are educated, the more you are versatile with the market, the more you have a management knowledge, it does help you in making an organization towards a path success. So MBA is what? It's a management, it's a business. They teaches you the ways and the process of business. So it does help me at every point of time. How do I make my company grow better? How do I use my management skills?
Absolutely.
And by using those skills, yes, I could get the company to a good, comfortable level today.
Right.
And I'm being very happy about that.
So, Mr. Ashish, event industry में what is the difference between a great entrepreneur and a good entrepreneur?
Oh, that's a wonderful question, what you've asked, the great and the good one. See, it's not only the event industry. To be a great entrepreneur, it's not about just about the execution.
Right.
To be a great entrepreneur, you need to understand the adaptability first. It is about the people comfort more.
Right.
It is how happy the team is. It is how worthwhile the team has been working about. How well versed are you there with the market trends? So, it's not only the event industry, it is everywhere. What has been applicable today is that you need to understand the market first.
Right.
And along with the market, you need to understand your people, the people who's going to deliver you first. So I always believe that rather than talking about just for yourself, the more you invest into your people, the more happy they are, the more you're going to be more productive. So to be a great one, you need to be a people person, like the Modi ji is all about.
Absolutely.
He's more of a people person, and that's the
People's
reason he's been
person.
so popular today.
Right.
And to earn the people, you need to first invest into people.
Right.
The more we invest into the people, the more we get the yield. So that's how I would differentiate between the great and the good one.
And I'm sure you're a great entrepreneur.
I would not like to praise for myself, but yes, I always try best. पता है क्या है? मैं हमेशा सोचता हूँ कि मैं अपनी टीम को like a फौजी, always keep your platoon onto the highest level. Motivated, charged up. And being a commander of that force, I should always stand in the front.
Absolutely.
For any problem or any problem. I should not blame the other person. It's all because of you. If there's a problem, if there's any kind of a negativity, I should be standing at the front to take that front first.
Right.
It is all, I'm the boss. If anything goes wrong from my company side, I have to face the brunt.
Right.
That is how I normally believe into working.
And I'm sure, especially in the event industry, it gets very challenging also because there's so many areas where you have to look into.
Oh, well, event industry, whether it is a corporate or it is a social, I would say every place and every segment is so minute you need to study.
True.
Because you cannot leave any corner unturned there.
Very true.
Because it is a chain reaction into the event industry. One kadi se dusri se tisri kadi, tisri se chauthi kadi, everything is so joint. So if you have a break in any of the joint, the entire chain is going to collapse.
So very true.
So you need to properly understand every scale very minutely. You need to study it step by step by step. So that's how we always try and make sure that we understand the client requirement, and accordingly then we make the entire scenario and the entire chart to study it by point by point by point.
So if we talk about corporate events, what are the trends dominating the most in 2026?
It's not only 2026, but yes, as per my experience, Michelle, what I'm being seeing is now the corporates have been changing more from a formal, heavy gathering kind of an events to a more experiential, the more tech-enabled.
Right.
So they don't want more of a hype now of the events. It is actually, basically what they want is the ROI out of any event what has been happening. So more than a hype to a real use. What is today a corporate has been doing an event outside, and I'm sure you being an HR graduate and masters into HR, you would be knowing it. When any of the corporate who's been doing an event, the finance and the HR, it is always a purpose driven.
Very true.
So today, any corporate who's been going outside their office for any kind of a conference or any kind of the offsites or any kind of a family days, it is more tech-enabled, it is more experiential. A real use of that money. So that I'm seeing a lot of changes into the corporate event these days.
So, what excites you the most? Destination, luxury weddings, or corporate events?
Oh well, both have their different places, pata hai. A luxury destination wedding has got its own charm,
Right.
and dealing with a corporate, which is a point to point and no haywire, has got a different charm. See, in every sphere, whether it's a wedding, a luxury wedding, or a corporate event, there's a learning.
True.
I always believe, pata hai, मेरा मानना हमेशा ये है कि you learn every day, every moment, whatever you've been doing it, there's a learning. So in event industry, or whether it's corporate or whether it's a luxury wedding, there's a chance of learning. We learn from our guest, we learn from our experiences, we learn from our different management, different ways, the way we do it. Because every event has got something different.
True.
So the more we do it, the more we learn. So I cannot differentiate between a luxury destination wedding or a corporate. Both have got its own charm.
True. So, is it easy to deal with a corporate client or a wedding client? What is more easier for you?
I would say it is more easy to deal with a corporate client, which is a straight to straight, point to point.
Right.
But when it comes to the wedding client, yes, a client comes to you and he's got a lot of expectations,
True.
And a wedding client, whatever their budget is, they have a budget of 100, they want an expectation of 150. And every minute to minute in the wedding industry, you have to be very careful about. There is no second retake into it.
True.
So there's only once. So we have to be very particular about when it comes to a wedding client.
So, Mr. Ashish, आज के टाइम में एक डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग को लग्जरी क्या बनाता है?
डेस्टिनेशन सी आज के टाइम में ना मिशेल एक ट्रेंड बहुत चेंज हो गया है टुडे दी मोस्ट ऑफ द क्लाइंट्स दे थिंक अबाउट दैट rather than doing just a normal wedding, why not to be going for a destination? Both bride and groom पता है decide करते हैं चलो भाई एक अच्छी destination पे चलते हैं and then we'll have a more memories about it. But to curate that wedding as a destination when you're doing something out of your own place, it's just not about the location. It is a lot about how do you purpose, how do you design, how do you execute, how do you plan to give an experience to their guest, how do you plan for their culinary execution, their dishes, their bespoke designs, the location, the decor, lot of things which are seamlessly being driven into it. So any destination marriage has to be not only the location, it has shifted from location, yes, it makes the most important first thing. But अब location पे आके आदमी कहता भाई location तो बड़ी scenic है, now what more?
Right.
Then you have to start designing about their guest arrival, their execution, their hospitality, their decor, what kind of a food to be served, how the food needs to be displayed, what all the culinary art has to be there, what extra bespoke storytelling you can add into it, what kind of other cultural activities, how do you engage the guest over there? Because देखो क्या है 2 दिन वो वहीं पे हैं. It is there into that particular destination, whether it is Thailand, whether it's overseas or whether it's in India. So for those 2 days, you are responsible to make those 2 days a memorable one.
Right.
So that's where a lot of back-end work has to be required to make any destination marriage to be a workable and a perfect one.
So, talking about the logistic part, does the whole team travel with you if you're going for a destination wedding, be it a florist, be the caterers? How do you work this out?
Oh yes. See, it depends upon a location to location. If the location is domestically, right, in India things can be managed.
Right.
So your vendors need not to travel with you. Things can still be managed because we have been versed with it. But if it is outside India, then most of the important the pillars of your system, they need to travel with you along with the team. Because I'm sure traveling overseas, the client, the first thing comes into the client mind is what? What kind of a food am I going to get?
True.
Right? They're very particular about. If it is a Gujarati client or a Jaini client, they're very particular about. They've been doing a lot of weddings in UAE market, but they've been particular about what kind of a food. So they always carry their caterer along with them there. Getting a florist or getting a decorator over in the oversized market, everywhere the Indians are available.
Right.
You can still get a touch of Indian taste, but the only difference comes is the food. So internationally, yes, most of the time the guests prefer they carry the Indian caterer, or they hire any of the Indian caterer who's been there in the overseas market. Domestically, everything has been available. So domestic, it does not make too much of a difference.
Right.
Internationally, yes, we have to.
सो डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग प्लान करते हुए कपल सबसे बड़ी 3 मिस्टेक्स क्या करते हैं?
That's a very good question. See, it depends upon what kind of a destination are you choosing first.
True.
Whether it's a domestic or international. But normally क्या होता है, whenever you've been choosing a destination wedding plan, the family takes care, family thinks about कि अरे बस we have a wedding, the hotel and the travel cost. Rest everything has been taken care. But they forget about how the guest is going to arrive there. The guest travel.
Right.
If it is an international market, that makes a lot of difference for the guest travel, their ticketing, their arrival, their logistic. Then if it is an international destination, there are a lot of legal work which has been depending upon. The most important is if we have decided about Michelle कि आज हमने डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग प्लान करी दिसंबर की, बुक तो आपने अभी करा ली. आज आपका करेंसी रेट चल रहा है X, और जब तक आपने पेमेंट एक एक्चुअल डे आना है, आपका करेंसी रेट Y हो जाएगा. और अगर वो Y हो गया, then you don't calculate that difference which runs into a lakhs for any destination. So people just talk about, because they are not knowledgeable. See,
Yes.
they just want a destination. That is where our kind of a job comes. They hire a event management company. Why? So that we could guide them properly. कि साहब इसमें ये प्रॉब्लम है, इसमें ये आपकी क्लैरिफिकेशन है, इसमें ये फेज है, ये फेज है, ये फेज है. It's not only just the location and the travel cost. There's the legality which is involved. There's currency differentiation which is involved. What kind of a food internationally would you like to have it? That also differs. So, क्या होता है डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग में लोगों को इतना भी ज्ञान नहीं है. वो कहते हैं एक होटल में जा रहे हैं, डेस्टिनेशन हो गया और होटल वालों ने सारा कुछ कर दिया, एक डेकोर हो गया.
Right.
But there are a lot many other hidden costs which comes into it, where we always tell them upfront. At the time of signing of the MOU only, we tell them, boss, these will be the cost A part, B part, C part. There will be a hospitality part, there will be a entertainment part, there will be a decor part. So that's how the 3 divisions have been there. And we differentiate between all the 3. With the clear picture, giving it to the client in the first go. Once the client understands, they say, boss, at least हमें नहीं इतना पता था जो आप लोगों ने हमें बताया, and that's how now we're going to plan into it.
Right.
So that's how things goes about.
So, Mr. Ashish, what are the most trending locations for a luxury destination wedding?
Well, Michelle, it depends upon destination to destination. If I would talk about India, mein, they are very fixed kind of a destination, what people normally talks about. Either it is Goa, either it is Rajasthan. Now it is coming up, Uttarakhand has really been coming up very well.
Really?
Very well. Earlier it used to be Himachal, but now Uttarakhand has really been coming up very well with a nice scenic view of the location, the nice properties and the nice brand names which have come up in Uttarakhand. Himachal, yes, do exist because of the geographical location closer to the Delhi and all these places.
Right.
If somebody is from Gujarat or the western peripheral, he would talk about Alibag or Goa. These are the 2 best destinations depending on the client geographical location. North Indians, they talk about either Goa or either Rajasthan or Uttarakhand.
Right.
The South people, for them the best scenic location is Kerala backwaters.
That's beautiful.
Nothing to beat about it. Nothing to beat about it. But coming back to the point is, if somebody has to do the destination wedding, the cost which they incur at a nice location or a property in India, almost plus minus 10% I would talk about, not minus 10%. I would talk about the cost part. You could do it in Thailand. You could do it in Bali.
Right.
Vietnam has emerged at a very good market for a destination wedding these days.
True.
Ho Chi Minh City over there has been giving a lot of options. Now, somebody is being too romantic or too something. They say, boss, I would like to go to Mauritius. I would like to go to Maldives. I would like to go to Seychelles. Depending on a choice to choice, but location-wise, yes, international. Looking at the present scenario, UAE, I would just cut it out. But before that, UAE was one of the most lovable location. Bali,
Right.
Thailand. Fixed. Everybody would like to have it. India, North America, if you talk about, is Rajasthan, it's Uttarakhand, it's Himachal.
Right.
Fixed. West, if you talk about, the client would like to go either to Alibag or to Goa. South, if you talk about, the best option is Kerala backwaters. So it has been fixed.
Right.
And these are the destinations which have been hosting the maximum number of weddings in the country. You'll be surprised to know, Bata Michelle, today the wedding industry is more than 1,00,000 crore worth of an industry.
Right.
Lakh crore worth of an industry. It is just not, it is a proper industry today, which has been giving employment to lakhs and lakhs of people who have been interconnected into this.
Right.
See, we talk about somebody who would like to get married, the hotel, the staff, the food, the caterer, the chef, the decor, the entertainment, the light. So understand how many people have been connected into just one day event.
Right.
So it's a huge industry and a huge scope today what you have in a wedding industry. It's just that how well can you capitalize over this? Totally depends on a one-to-one.
Is it more challenging to manage an event abroad or in India?
Of course, it is more challenging abroad because see,
Right.
India, you've been very well versed about the marketplace and everything. When you're doing overseas, the first thing is that we always do a Reiki before. A Reiki before finalizing the event and everything. So there's not only just once you go over there and things have been capitalized over there.
True.
There are minimum 1 or 2 trips where we are a senior team and the management team or the people go over there to do a proper Reiki of the venue, the food, the decor, the entertainment, the lot many factors. So there's a lot of logistical and financial ways which have been employed into this. When you're going international, you're not aware of the international market, the people behavior there.
Right.
So everything has to come into the place, and to make that into place, a lot of homework and a pre-Reiki team is being done there. So it's more challenging international than being a domestic. India में तो हर चीज पता है ना?
जी बिल्कुल.
India में हर चीज जुगाड़ है. Overseas, there cannot be a जुगाड़.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's how.
टॉप कॉर्पोरेट क्लाइंट्स अपने इवेंट पार्टनर्स में सबसे ज़्यादा क्या क्वालिटीज़ देखते हैं?
Oh well, Michelle, this is a very good question. Today the corporates are very, very smart. See, they are very strategic selecting an event partner. उन लोगों को आज सिर्फ they just don't want to someone just to run their event. The most important comes is the person who can protect their brand. Most important is their brand.
Right.
Then second part comes is the ROI, return on investment. How economical and what all am I giving it to them into any kind of an event? How sustainability do we deliver? So it's more of a like how personal we are into it, how strategic we are into it, how well do we position
Right.
the entire event, and the productivity comes out of it. Is all of the factors which are very important in today's while any of the corporate who's been selecting any of the vendors. It's just not running an event. There are many factors which come into it. Right. And yes, today we've been graceful that today we've been catering to the biggest of the corporates in the industry. See, I'll tell you, Michelle, the credit of what I am today into this event industry goes to my boss, who's my partner also. Her name is Paramjit Kaur. There's a lot what I've learned from her. Pata. She's a self-made lady who got into this industry on her own.
Right.
Right? And she created the empire. So there's a lot what I've learned from her. The way she has worked, the way she works meticulously, the way she works tirelessly, being a lady. So there's a lot of learning which I've taken from her, and that's how when I got into this industry. And till date, I'm being learning from her. It's very inspiring. You must meet her once, whenever you get a chance.
I would love to, absolutely.
Yep.
So, Ace Hospitality का अभी तक का सबसे iconic event कौन सा रहा है?
Oh, well, that would be a very difficult to answer. Because see, I'll tell you, we have done countless of the events, whether it's social or a corporate.
Right.
Big or a small. Because see, every event requires a lot of pains there behind it. A lot of planning which is behind it. Starting from conceptualizing to an execution, there are a lot of efforts, a lot of team, a lot of nights which are involved in it.
Right.
We have done an event which is about 100 people also. We've done an event which is more than 8,000 people gathering crowd. A lot of live concerts which we do it every year where the crowd is more than 8,000, 10,000 people.
Wow. Which
has been conceptualized, produced, directed, everything's by us. So, nevertheless, when it comes to any event, every big or small, Michelle, is an iconic for us. So, I cannot be in a position to differentiate between that one event which I would say that, okay, this is iconic. If every event, every of your hard work is iconic for you.
Yes.
Because you put the same amount of effort,
True.
whether small or whether big. The only difference is that in a small you just require one night, in a big you require multiple number of nights.
Absolutely.
So, this is a very tricky question for me to answer it. But yes, whatever the events we have done today, more than 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 events, I can't even count over it. But yes, every event was iconic for us. And we look forward for more iconic such events. Life is too small, Abhi.
Absolutely.
Way ahead to go.
So, where do you see Ace Hospitality in the future?
Oh, yes. See, every company does a lot of planning on a yearly basis.
Right.
Obviously, what I am today, I would look forward myself much ahead, multiple number of X time in the future, for which the company has been taking a lot of decisions, upgrading their digital presence, upgrading the technologies, upgrading a lot of factors which we were lacking, we have studied, where we lacked. We've been putting a lot of resources into that factor. And in coming time, of course, where do I see Ace Hospitality is more strong into the market with the reliability, with a strong name. More of your collaboration with the best of the properties in the country and international.
Right.
And taking more of international projects rather, I would just presume about what we have been targeting is now concentrating more of taking into international projects now.
Right.
More of corporate international projects. And by the God grace, I think with the right planning and the right execution, sky's the limit. Where we see the Ace Hospitality in the coming time. So things are going to be much better. They are best today. They're going to be much better in the future.
I'm very sure about that.
Yep.
So, Mr. Ashish, we're going to start with the rapid fire round. Hope you're all ready.
Oh yes, I'm always.
Luxury or creativity?
Creativity more.
Profit or passion?
Passion more.
Success?
Yes, of course.
Dream event?
Anytime.
Ace Hospitality?
That's sky is the limit.
Planning or execution?
In this, planning is more important. Then only the execution will come.
Big budget or a smart budget?
Anytime smart budget.
Night event or day event?
Day is much better.
India wedding or destination wedding?
Anytime destination I would talk about.
Pressure or fun?
It's always fun.
Future of events?
Future of events is immense, non-stop, nevertheless.
So it was super fun having a conversation with you. Thank you so much for coming over.
Oh, it was such a pleasure, Michelle, with you today, and it was a wonderful being there at your show, and look forward for such more.
Absolutely.
Thank you and pleasure of
So
mine.
looking forward.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the Michelle David Show. Stay inspired and stay tuned.